Hello collective, this is Tan for Artemis Oracle. I hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to do a quick reading before I head out tonight. So today is July 5th, 2025, but this reading can resonate with you whenever you come across it. I wanted to pull some cards from the Angels and Ancestors deck, but I wanted to share the card that I got when I was outside today, and it was the Guardian Angel card. And the message is, everyone has a guardian angel who has been with them in all their past lifetimes and will be there in all the lifetimes to come. So know that you are never alone and never will be alone. This card is a huge reminder that there is always help and support available to you. Your guardian angel is with you now and is here to aid you in all of your endeavors. In order to fully receive their support, first ask for it, then surrender to the process. Know that whatever unfolds will be for your highest good. So I wanted to share that message. I'm talking weird. I wanted to share that message for anyone who may be feeling alone. Know that you're not alone. Your angels, your guides, your ancestors are always with you, supporting you and loving you. And I saw 111 as I was saying that. Okay. I like that when I was outside, it just fell out. So I wanted to share that card with you and the message. Let's see what else we can get. Let's see. Let's go into, I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Let's see if there's anything you need to know at this time. Let me see. Okay. Is there anything the collective needs to know at this time that's for their highest and greatest good? Okay. And I'm always wearing my Under Armour shirt, but it's my favorite shirt. And plus, I'm like one that kind of has a uniform type wardrobe. So yeah, I have a couple of these tops. So I'm not wearing the same one. It's a different one. Immortality, resurrection, sublimation, piety, infinity. So some of you may be rising above some sort of situation, something that's calling for you to transform in some way. To possibly see things from a different perspective, because an eagle, the phoenix is an eagle essentially, and it soars to really great heights, like it goes all the way up in the sky, and it has a very good line of vision, so it could see things that we as humans cannot see with our naked eyes. So maybe it's asking for you to rise above a certain situation and see things from a different perspective. Then we have another thing, a shadow. The other side coexists, reverse side. I think it's, seeing things from a different perspective, seeing things from another point of view, from someone else's point of view. Yeah, I think it's about seeing things from, it says reverse side, the other side, looking at things from a different perspective. Sometimes there may be things that we don't see. Like I said, there are things that the human cannot see with the naked eye, but there are things that an eagle, a phoenix, would be able to see. And certain things are hidden beneath or behind a shadow. So it's about being aware of certain things, certain behaviors, or different point of views. What else, Spirit? You make me feel. This one. Keep people core of the problem past. Yeah, then you may have had some sort of there may be a problem, right? That's really asking for you to look at from a different perspective, because sometimes we could see things from our own perspective, and our perspective can be jaded, it can be skewed, and we may be seeing things that may not actually, we may not be seeing things for how they actually are, but how we perceive them to be. Let me see something. Okay. So, wow, it's interesting. The song, Sorry for Love. All right. So some of you, it could be a love situation. Keep people core of the problem past. Maybe some of you are passing up on an opportunity because of some issue, something that, just isn't working out the way you hoped it would. Maybe some of you will be looking at things from a different perspective, so that it could be something that you resurrect, you revitalize in a way. This card is also giving me like judgment energy, because in the judgment card you see these figures coming off the, like, out of a coffin, as if they're being resurrected, or as if they're being reincarnated, revitalized in some way. So that may be what's coming up in the situation, and it may be allowing you and a person, or you and a specific problem, to come to some sort of resolution in a way. That could be what's coming up. That may be resonating. Maybe some of you feel like you've lost some sort of control, and that you're hoping for a miracle. You know, like a car, reckless derailment, speeding. Maybe some of you feel like you were acting recklessly, maybe acting from your shadow self, but that you're hoping for there to be, I don't know, when I, like, the key. A key could be a solution. A key can be something that's unlocks something. It can unlock a miracle. It could be that. Maybe some of you are waiting for some sort of synchronization, a sign, a signal, something that's indicating for you to make a move, to say something, do something. You may be using music as a healing element to help you, or you may be getting messages from music, or your emotions. You're being more in tune with your emotions, and your emotions are in sync with something else, or you're getting some type of downloads or signals that are connected to your emotions, that you may be connecting to external signs in some way. I don't know if that makes sense. See, greed, laziness, obsession, stupidity, cruelty. Cool down, calm, pause, solidification, and silence. Silence. Keep silent, coercion, or hint. Like I was saying, signs can be hints to us about something. Maybe there's a sign that you need to cool down, not let your anger, because if you look at the immortality card, there's a lot of fire, so there's a lot of passion. It could be a lot of anger, a lot of rage. So you may be needing to be in this moment of silence, a moment of stillness, so that you can cool down and allow your emotions to not get the better of you and not make you act out in ways that you later regret, you know? Yes. Yeah. It aligns, because later regret and stupidity, you know, sometimes we can act out stupidly. We may say or do things and then like, oh fuck, I can't take that back, you know? So it could be that. All right, so let me see. Okay. What else? You may be getting signs and synchronicities from angels. Maybe you're seeing white feathers. Let me get this card out. You are not alone. Sorry, I have a hard time taking this card back out of the box. You know, this could be about you receiving some sort of downloads. Maybe seeing things with your third eye. Maybe seeing things or hearing things, or you're remembering things when you're waking up because you see the sun there, and then, or maybe when you're dreaming. So maybe you're getting signs, synchronicities, messages, downloads, getting better understanding about something. When I look at the bottom of the deck of the Tattoo Tarot, I see the Ten of Cups, and this is about harmony. This is about family coming together, happiness, joy, brighter days ahead. With the Nine of Cups in the split. So this is about wish fulfillment. You know, maybe some of you are wishing for there to be some type of harmony and balance in a family dynamic. Let's see what else the tarot has to say. Wow, that card wanted to come out. Ooh, the moon. So the moon, I mentioned the moon. Maybe you're receiving messages in your dreams. You may be having dreams about some sort of maybe like a solution, a key that'll help solve a problem that you may be facing. Some of you may have Cancer in your chart, or Pisces. Whenever I see the moon card, I always think about the moon phases. So there may be something happening around July 10th, which is the full moon in Capricorn, the buck moon. It's about maturation, it's about growth, it's about stability, reaching a new level, because the buck moon is about deer or bucks. They're growing their antlers, so it's like they're going into a new stage. So they're either getting a new set of antlers, or they may be getting their first set of antlers. There may be a time when the antlers are showing up. And it's funny that I'm mentioning that too, because I received some type of like message or download about the buck moon, the full moon in Capricorn, and I saw clouds that reminded me of the antlers of a deer. And then I automatically thought, stag spirit, stag spirit. And then I forgot about the moon. I was like, let me find out what the name of this moon is, 1010. And it's the buck moon, and buck moons are deer, basically, right? Stag spirit, it says take the lead. So this is about you taking the lead on something. So if there is a problem, you may need to take the lead in coming to a solution or resolution. That may be something that you're thinking about. You may be thinking about this before you go to bed. Let's see what else comes out. No other messages. Let's look collective meets nuggets in spirit. Okay, so there was some sort of painful ending with the Ten of Swords. So some of you may be feeling the emotions, and you might be hiding your emotions because the moon is, you know, it's under the cover of night. It's not something that's illuminated, that's seen by everybody. It's something that's probably even in the subconscious. So some of you may be sad about an ending, and it may have been a painful ending. It may have been painful, like, and it could be, you know, maybe the thoughts of it are painful. You can see the hands. It's like someone wants to touch, like reach out to comfort, but then it's like the hand ends up getting hurt. And that don't bite the hand that feeds you. That came up to my mind. That came up in my mind. But it's like this person sees that someone is in pain, and then they try to reach out to them, but then they also get hurt too. They're also hurting. You know, and sometimes that's how it is, that when you try to comfort somebody and they may not want it, or they reject you in some way, in a way that kind of hurts the person. I could resonate with that, you know? But that's also the risk, you know? It's like when someone tries to help a wounded animal, and you try to reach for it, and you're trying to be careful and with your approach, but then the animal may bite you, and it's a defense mechanism in some way, you know, because they don't feel safe. All right, Five of Wands has to do with conflict, competition. So there may be some sort of painful conflict, a painful ending tied to some sort of conflict. When I look at the bottom of the deck, I see the six. Wait, is this the Six of Cups? No, this is the Four of Cups. I gotta remember my Roman numerals. So this is the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups is about disappointment, dissatisfaction, contemplation. It's about like, say you're contemplating something, you're thinking about something, you're reflecting on something, but you're not aware that some sort of offer is coming forward, you know, that a gesture is being made, because you're so caught up in your emotions, because you see the eye is there, the eye is closed, and it has tears coming down, and it's crying over a past situation, you know, because since we are at the Four of Cups, the Three of Cups indicates the past, you know, something that happened before. So someone is coming in with a Ace of Cups to bring, you know, to bring some care, some apology, some love, emotion, and like shared emotion or share emotions. And the person is so caught up in their own pain that they're essentially missing the sign, missing the signal, missing the offer. Let me see. Okay. All right. I don't want this reading to go too long. Oh, underneath is the Lovers. So the number 6 may be something to you, may mean something to you. Tomorrow's the 6th, July 6th. Your birthday can be on the 6th. It could be something that happened in June. Gemini season. Yeah, we're in Cancer season now. So something may have happened during Gemini season, which is the lovers. Underneath that, ooh, Page of Pentacles and the Temperance card with the King of Wands at the bottom. The Page of Pentacles is an earth sign, and it's basically a messenger. Somebody wants to bring in a message, and maybe a tangible message. It could be an actual gift. It could be an offer, a tangible offer, but it could be a tangible love offer, or a tangible offer, but that requires some choice to be made. You know, but the Temperance card we have here, which is the Sagittarius card. Let's see, with the King of Wands, which is Leo energy, fire sign energy. Has to do with pride, generosity, passion, initiation, creativity. Temperance is about moderation, restoration, being grounded emotionally and mentally. Transmutation of energy, alchemy in some way. So the fact that I'm saying that, it's I feel like somebody would like to bring I don't know, some balance into a situation, you know, try to transmute them, you know, try to transform a situation, even though this isn't like a death card, like a Scorpio card in any way, but it's about something happening after, because this card comes after death, because death is 13, this is 14. I noticed that there's eyes there, 2 eyes. So, and I mentioned like looking at things from a higher perspective, looking at things from a different perspective. Okay. I want to know what this Page of Pentacles. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. Ooh. Queen of Wands. Okay. Oh, and the World in reverse. So Queen of Wands is Sagittarius energy, fire sign energy. It doesn't have to be a sign. It could just be a fire sign. It could just be fire sign energy. But we did see the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. 4. So somebody, a feminine energy, or someone embodying a feminine energy, a fire sign energy. Doesn't have to be the sign, but could just be the energy. Doesn't want there to be an ending. So this person may be coming forward with an offer, but we have the Tower underneath the deck, because something suddenly changed. A foundation was broken, something crumbled. What crumbled? Yeah, there was some 5 of Swords energy, so there may have been some mental conflict, confusion, someone wanting to win at all costs. Somebody is sad. You see there's 2 figures there. And there's one here that's sad. But it could be somebody reflecting on something that happened in the past that brought a Tower into a situation. But then we have the 4 of Pentacles. So someone's holding back. Someone's reserving themselves from making an offer in a way. Maybe somebody, a Queen of Wands or fire sign energy, doesn't want there to be an ending. And after there was some sort of Tower, whoever this is, they could be reflecting on what has happened in the past, and it could be, you know, we have the conflict card here. We have the 5 of Wands and 5 of Swords. So yeah, this has to do with conflict, you know. And then you see the 3 of Swords right there in the foreground. Somebody's heart was broken. Somebody's sad. But with the 4 of Pentacles coming out, it's indicating that somebody's holding back. Someone's being reserved. And I think whoever this is can be reserving because they just want to keep things stable. And like they don't want things to get any worse than it already has become. You know, so as stable as a Tower is after the fact, you know, it's like sometimes things can get worse, you know. And I'm going to use this as an example, so forgive me. Like after the Twin Towers were hit by the planes, and I'm sorry, I hope I'm not triggering anybody. There were like explosions that happened after, you know? So maybe somebody wants to hold back just to ensure that there isn't any more damage. That there isn't any more damage brought into the situation. Oh well. I want to split the deck and I see the Page of Swords. Some of them may be waiting, watching, observing, trying to see what may come of the situation, trying to find some sort of truth, find truth and clarity in the situation. But then, look, the Ace of Swords. I don't know if you saw when I went to split the deck, these cards separated as well. So we have the Ace of Swords, and I said somebody wants to see a truth, clarity about a truth. You know, someone is thinking, maybe somebody's reflecting on the past and trying to look at things from a logical standpoint, trying to employ the mind over brain mind over heart logic. Well, I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, somebody wants to, yeah, they just want to look at things from a logical standpoint. They want to clear any confusion in the situation, but they're waiting. They are looking out for something, looking out for a sign of truth, a sign of hope, any type of information. Possibly a message, because I see birds there. I see a bird here, and then in the background you see like these 5 birds. Don't mind my blinds. They got fucked up by the wind. Anyway, yeah, 4 Ace of Swords. Okay, I want to know what this 10 of Swords is. What is this 10 of Swords? What is this painful ending, Spirit? Tell me about the 10 of Swords. I think this has to do with someone who is healing from a painful ending, you know, because the star is here, and the star is about healing, it's about hope, it's about having faith, manifestation, a wish. What is the star about? What is the hope? What is the star about? Tell me more about the star with the 10 of Swords. 2 cards. Yeah, 5 of Cups with the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, that was some type of there's no reason to cry. There's no reason for you to cry, my love, 'cause I'll always be around. The King of Wands again. Whoa, he looks so sad. He looks so sad. Doesn't he? You know who he looks like too? He looks like Tyler's Tarot. He looks a little like Tyler's Tarot. I'm sorry. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles with the 5 of Cups. Yeah, someone is feeling sad and disappointed about something. And it may be about an earth sign. So maybe somebody had a painful ending with an earth sign energy. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and they're still healing from that disappointment. Maybe this person is hoping for a healing in a relationship. It could be that. Collaboration, Queen of Cups. I think a King of Wands has been seeking some sort of counsel from a Queen of Cups energy, which is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. You know, now this is hitting too close. Yeah. Okay, let's switch gears. This reading is, okay, let me, so yeah, maybe somebody is healing from a past situation and with an earth sign energy, and is possibly hoping for maybe reconciliation with them, or for there to be some healing, some water under the bridge. But a fire sign energy, maybe seeking counsel from a water sign energy to help with the healing process. It could be that. Wow, I was going to use this deck, but in the bottom is forgotten person. So whoever this is, it may be you or them. Please take it as it resonates. Switch the roles. I'm not sure who's who, but there may be somebody that may be feeling forgotten, feeling like, yeah, forgotten. It says core, past, old friend. And then underneath, change, transformation, newborn, evolution. They feel like something changed and that they're forgotten or going to be forgotten. Somebody feels born with features, personality, talent, sing. Born with features, personality. God-given talent, God-given gift, gifted, gifted, gifted. I'm trying to see how this connects to this. This could be a separate reading. Yeah, I'm going to have to chew on this. You know, we know the true card. I wonder if it's in this deck. Is it in this deck? Yeah, so I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope it was helpful in some way. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. My name is Tan. I'm your reader, and I'm wishing you a great day ahead. Or evening ahead. Bye.